Hey guys, welcome back to another Snobby Beer review, and we are reviewing Old Ruffian by Great Divide Brewing Company in Colorado. This is a barley wine, and for those of you who don't know, barley wines are characterized by they have high alcohol content. They're within the range of like wines as far as the alcohol content. And they are beers. They are not wines. Wines are made from fruit, and beers are made from grain. So this is basically, if you made a wine out of grain, you'd have a barley wine. As you can see, it's a nice, almost wine-like color. Kind of like a ruby red, mahogany type of that kind of color. It's not really cloudy at all. It's pretty clear. It's you can see light coming through. The beer or the head is it's about 2 fingers, and it's kind of a khaki color. It looks like it's going to be lacing, really really well. Fair amount of bubbles coming up, not really too much. But this is just a lovely color. Look at that. The aroma has a whole bunch of maltiness. It's got some graininess in it as well. Kind of like almost like a licorice. There's like a little bit of a spiciness in it as well, and maybe like a dark fruit type of smell. And there's a little bit of hops in there too, right at the end, kind of the American citrusy hops. This is 90 IBUs, so they did use a good amount of hops in this. And you do kind of get it, but you don't get it that much in the smell. There's a good amount of like caramel and sweetness in the smell as well. As you would expect with barley wine, it's very thick. It coats your mouth. It's a little warming from the alcohol. It's kind of like a chewy mouthfeel. I mean, it is pretty darn thick. It is drinkable, but it's not, you're not going to be able to tip it back and just, indulge in it. But this is definitely a sipping beer. That is for sure. As far as the flavor, you get a whole bunch going on in this. A huge amount of maltiness. But there's also some hoppiness in it as well. I mean, not nearly as much as a Bigfoot from Sierra Nevada, but it's got more of the flavor from the hops than it does the bitterness. Even though there is quite a bit of bitterness, but the flavor is the American hops. The citrusy type of Cascade or Centennial or Columbus or whatever. I don't know what hops they use, but. Just those kind of flavors in this. It's got kind of a licorice flavor, and it is very sweet. It's not over the top sweet. It's not like you're drinking the creme brulee by Southern Tier, but it's the sweetness is definitely there. There's like a little bit of a fruity flavor in it. There's like a little bit of a toffee caramel type of flavor in it. It's a little boozy too, but not nearly as much as you'd think. I mean, it is like 10.2% alcohol by volume, and that being said, while you do taste the alcohol, it's not it's not overpowering in the least bit. There's a little bit of like a dark sugar, like a brown sugar flavor in there too. Not a whole lot, maybe a little bit of like molasses. Not too much. This one, while it is very hoppy, is not. The hops don't dominate. Like I hate to say it, but like the Bigfoot does by Sierra Nevada. This one, it's got so much sweetness, so much bodies, all this other stuff that the hops just kind of complement it. It's very very good. Alright, as you can see, my dog just made a little cameo. as far as the score goes for the Old Ruffian by Great Divide Brewing Company, I'm going to have to go with a 4 out of 5 on this one. This is really a good example of barley wines. It's got everything that you'd expect from a barley wine, and I think a little bit more. I have one of these aging. I bought two at a time. Unfortunately, I can't read when it was brewed by, or when it was brewed. But I'm just gonna. I just threw one in, in my basement, and I'm gonna age it for about a year or so. So I'm really excited about that. Right now, though, this is great. Here's my dog again. That's a wrap for this review of the Old Ruffian. I'm gonna have some pretzels to kind of soak up some of this alcohol. I feel like this production is falling apart. My dog is currently growling at me right now, but let me know what you think. There's my dog. Let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. I'm curious to hear about you. I know you're not even listening. You're trying to watch what my dog is doing. So I'm just going to wrap this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.